And joining me now is Michigan Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Dingell. Congresswoman Dingell, thank you so much for joining me on a very busy day there on Capitol Hill.
It's nice to be with you, and I love Meet the Press.
Oh, thank you. Well, it is so nice to have you, and we appreciate that very much. I want to take your temperature on where you stand right now as it relates to this deal. You have said just yesterday you felt like you were being held hostage over this deal. It includes provisions you would never support if the debt ceiling weren't at stake here. Let me ask you big picture. Have you decided yet, Congresswoman? Are you a yes or a no?
I'm still undecided. And those words are exactly how I still feel. We are being held hostage. We have been told that we could default on the debt ceiling by this weekend. We can't let that happen. The people that would be impacted by seniors, by veterans, by our children, people who need our help is real. And the recession that could come, the depression that could come, that's real. And I know I feel that responsibility. But I'm very angry that we should not be playing politics with this. I hope after this we get a process so we're never here again. And there are real things in these bills that aren't part of even budget negotiations, but things like permitting reform, which quite frankly for me, the more I read it, everybody focuses on transmission not being in there and Senator Manchin's project. I'm concerned language in there could gut the very heart of NEPA. I know it needs to be modernized. My husband wrote it 50 years ago, and it's the Magna Carta of environmental law, and it is seriously impacted.
So I hear your chief concerns with this. Let me ask you, though, because if you are a no vote, if there are enough no votes, the country potentially risks default. Would you be willing, and I know you're not decided yet, but would you be willing to vote no if ultimately you cannot get to yes, even if it means default, Congresswoman?
I'm going to say this to you point blank. We cannot default. I have been very clear about that from the beginning, and I know that. But quite frankly, first of all, we shouldn't be talking about this bill about who wins, Republicans or Democrats. We're doing this for the American people. Compromise is not a dirty word. But, one of my colleagues who's a good friend, Dusty Johnson, said there's nothing in here that Democrats got or would like. First of all, that's not how we should be negotiating. But I also believe that Republicans have got to get a very strong showing on their side before Democrats show their side. I know we can't default. I've been very clear about that for months, and that's a very serious responsibility. But what's my responsibility about protecting our environment, too?
Yeah, well, and I guess the question there is, what will it take for you to get to yes? President Biden has said to skeptical Democrats, call me. Have you been in touch with the president? Have you been in touch with the White House?
I have had multiple conversations. I participated in all the briefings yesterday, asked very pointed and direct questions, including how seniors are going to be impacted by the work requirements, and caregivers who, the definition of dependent is under 6 or totally incapacitated. There are a lot of women between 50 and 54 who've had to leave the workplace because they can't find anybody to caregive. Okay, am I going to get this all fixed this week? No. But am I going to give up on fighting for it? No, because it needs to be addressed. These are real problems. Everyday Americans, working men and women, are facing across this country every single day.
And Congresswoman, have you spoken to President Biden about this, about your concerns directly? Have you put these concerns to the president, and what has he said to you, if so?
I have talked to very senior people at the White House. They know exactly how I feel. And I was very clear yesterday on the various briefings that we were having.
And by
the way, nobody can totally reassure me. I mean, in explaining this bill, it's more about what didn't happen. And look, I get it. I'm a seasoned soul, unfortunately. I've watched this happen a lot. But I am going to keep asking questions and demand a plan for how we're going to address consequences that could come from this legislation. And I think that's a role that I have to do for the people of my district right now as well.
So it sounds like you will get to yes once you get some type of assurances from the White House, from the president, that your concerns will be addressed in some future legislation. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
I'm not going to commit to you one way or the other. I am undecided, and I'm going to keep working the issues that matter to the people I represent every single day.
Let me ask you, when you talk to your colleagues there on Capitol Hill, there are a number of other Democrats who have some real concerns about this legislation. You raised the issue with processing, with permitting, I should say, and NEPA. Obviously, you raised work requirements as well. Do you get the sense that there are enough Democrats to potentially block this bill?
I'm going to say this to you. We are all being very thoughtful. We are all communicating very directly. And we all know that we shouldn't have played games or been held hostage on this issue. And I think to a colleague, we all know we cannot default. So, yeah, do all of us feel like we're being held hostage? Yes. But do we have a responsibility to make our voices heard and to fix this process? Yes, we do.
Do you think that President Biden made a strategic miscalculation by saying that he would not negotiate over the debt limit, only to start having talks around the budget in these weeks leading up to the potential X date for default? Should he have started talking to McCarthy sooner?
I'm going to answer this question differently. Hindsight is foresight, but if you look, I said I am always the person that says people should be at the table and talking, and I did happen to say that, and it got picked up on. But you know, you don't solve problems by not talking to each other. And I want to make it really clear: compromise is not a dirty word, but people that are, you know, people have to be in the room, understand what is being impacted, and we do have to fight for the people that we represent.
I know you haven't spoken yet to President Biden directly. I anticipate you will in the coming days. What is your message going to be to him, Congresswoman?
I'm going to be very strong about, and he's not going to be surprised. He knows how strongly I feel about NEPA. It is the bedrock of environmental, Magna Carta, people refer to it, for environmental law around the world. And I'm not going to let something, I hear my husband in my ear saying, Deborah, don't let them gut it. And by the way, I do know it needs to be modernized, and everybody knows that I'm always going to advocate. I'm one of the strongest advocates in this Congress for caregivers, seniors, long-term care issues. He won't be surprised. And, you know, I'll tell him what I care about and what we have to fight for going forward.
And I know you have spent a lot of time working on the issue of caregiving. You and I have discussed it many a time. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, really appreciate your perspective today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.